To our honoured guests, to the class of 2022, their parents, families and friends, to the members of the Walpole School Committee, Mr. William Buckley, Miss Kristen Cyrek, Miss Jennifer Gaositz, Miss Nancy Gallivan, Miss Carrie Denizio, Mr. Mark Breen, Mr. Sean Ahern, and to our Superintendent, Dr. Bridget Goff, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. William Hahn, Walpole High School administration and faculty, town officials, and to all present here today, I extend warm greetings. As principal, it is my great privilege and pleasure to welcome you to this commencement ceremony, the 148th graduation exercise of Walpole High School. Would you please now rise for our National Anthem to be performed by the senior members of the Walpole High School Concert Choir.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was
that teach not only the curriculum, but also life lessons. And lastly, the other teachers in our lives, as in parents, guardians, siblings, neighbors, or other people who will support us even in the heat of graduation. And how could I forget my classmates who have made these past 4 years so much fun? When trying to write this speech, I really struggled to think of how to describe our past 4 years. Exciting, scary, definitely unpredictable. Well, that got me thinking of something dear to my heart, my favorite TV show, Survivor. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with the show, Survivor is a competition reality TV show where contestants survive in the wilderness, compete in challenges, form relationships, and vote off members of the tribe every week. In Survivor, everyone starts not knowing anything about the island or the people they are living with, which is just like high school. Everyone in this crowd has experienced a first day in high school, the awkward first lunch where you never know where to sit, or the confusing labyrinth of hallways where you ended up in the art wing when you're supposed to be in Spanish. However, overcoming these initial uncomfortable moments proved to be the stepping stone to the ensuing years of high school success. Now, Survivor contestants are exposed to extreme weather, similar to what we experienced in the history wing on a hot day. Throughout the season, every contestant has moments of depletion, moments where they struggle to continue playing the game. Similarly, high school is also challenging. We have had collective struggles like not getting to see Walpole's boys hockey play in the state final in 2020, or waiting in the never-ending line of traffic after school every single day, or dare I mention the replacement of water bottles to water cups in the cafeteria. We have overcome these many struggles as a class while also dealing with our own personal problems. Overcoming these challenges revealed our inner strength and determination. Those are only 2 traits of many needed to compete on Survivor, as every contestant brings a unique perspective and gameplay to every season. In our high school, we have students with all different identities, as in race, ethnicity, gender orientation, and sexual orientation, which brings so many unique voices to our community and encourages our understanding as educated adults. Likewise, in Survivor, every player uses their unique abilities to improve their game. In our high school, I have seen firsthand the amazing talents of our peers, which have fostered a vibrant student experience. I'm always reminded of creativity when I see Haley, Sophia, and Sydney on Dance Company, how they created a powerful story without ever using words. Or the athleticism of the boys' basketball team after winning their first playoff game at home with the rowdy student section storming the court. I could also talk about the insane brains of Ajay, Jadine, and Teju as they easily solved the math team problems before I could finish reading the question. Or I could even mention perseverance as Julie and Jack slowly took out the field in Senior Assassins. Everyone in this crowd has an admirable and special trait that makes this class so unique. Yet, I'm assuming this commencement might go long enough, so I'll stop myself there. By the end of Survivor, the last person standing wins $1 million. I wish I could say that by graduating high school, we would be getting that money. However, given the disrepair of the building, I think they might need the $1 million for themselves. So overall, regardless of whether the contestant is voted out first or last, contestants learn more about themselves and the world around them from being on the show. Throughout our time in high school, we as a class have overcome adversity and proven our determination and perseverance. We have built friendships that will last a lifetime, and we have learned more about our individual capabilities in the process. Let's use these skills that we have acquired throughout our time in high school and create a better future for tomorrow. I am so excited to see what we are all able to accomplish, so stay tuned for our next episode. And so now I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Maggie Mahoney.
Thank you for the introduction, Scotty. We're all gathered here today to celebrate the many accomplishments and hard work of the Walpole High class of 2022 that got us to the stage today. From the moment we started our high school careers in the fall of 2018 to now, each one of us has put forth an undeniable effort in our classes, sports, and clubs, and today we get to see our accomplishments come to life through our diplomas, scholarships, and awards. While these achievements are incredibly important, they only scratch the surface of what we learned during our high school experience. As we reflect upon the years we've spent together, I want to remind you all of some of the hidden treasures of our education that will help us as we move forward on our new paths. First, we've learned to be adaptable and resilient. Coming into high school, people always tell you freshman year is hard because you have to learn the ropes and then it gets easier. But for us, the ropes changed every year, and each time we had to relearn what worked and what didn't. People often call the last few years the new normal, but I think this phrase is wrong in insinuating that there is anything normal or expected in life. When each week we saw our whole world change, we learned that the only thing we can expect is the unexpected, and when the unexpected happened, we had to adapt so we could continue to grow and learn through change. We had to advocate for ourselves to find help when it was no longer always right in front of us, and through all that we endured, we grew resilient. Second, we learned to build a community for ourselves even while we were physically separated. Using that first lesson of adaptability, we adjusted the way we connect to keep our community together. Clubs and sports found ways to carry on, wearing masks and competing over Zoom calls. Changing the rules for what we previously knew, we found ways to stick together and still find enjoyment in our activities. Additionally, in the middle of our high school years, Walpole changed mascots, which had the potential to tear us apart as people initially took opposing stances, but we learned to see eye to eye and unite as the Walpole Pack under our new Timberwolf logo. Third, our unique journey through high school emphasized the need for respect for one another, so we all took very different paths to get here. As we all sit here today celebrating the common achievement of making it to the end of our high school careers, not one of us took the exact same route to the stage today. And while our paths all meet here on this field, they will all once again diverge as we prepare for our next journey, whether that takes us 20 minutes up the road or to a new continent. For what we had to endure to make it to this point, we all deserve to be proud. And for where we'll be next fall, we all deserve to be proud. Although none of those are or will be the same for any of us, we must respect what we have done and what we will do because we're all trying our best and that looks different for everyone here. While the speech has been heavily centered around COVID, when you look back on our 4 years of high school, I urge you not to think of our time as years we lost to a pandemic, but as a unique experience we gained in the face of adversity. As our world changed around us, we all lost a lot, whether it was a loved one, a sports season or other activity, or simply time with friends. But we filled that space with new memories and experience that we should take with us into the world as we use the hidden treasures of the past 4 years to embark on our future journeys so we can continue to celebrate great success. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge the following seniors who will be entering the military upon graduation: Timothy Aplenap, Francis Gavoni, and Michael Jung. Tim will be joining the Marines, Frankie will be joining the Navy, and Michael will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy. We would like to wish you every success, the best of luck, and we thank you very much as you go forward to serve our country. At this time, we would like to recognize 2 students who have achieved the highest GPA in the senior class, Jadine Lee and Maggie Mahoney. Jadine and Maggie will receive the Superintendent Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. The following students are being recognized by our academic departments for their scholastic excellence and achievements. Will they please stand to be recognized as I call their name? The Art Award is presented to Juliana Webster. The Business Award to Matthew Burns. The English Award to Margaret Singer. The French Award to Colin Wilbur. The Latin Award to Catherine Stanton. The Mandarin Award to Emily Saunders. The Spanish Award to Margaret Singer. The Mathematics Award to Jadine Lee. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award to Colin McAndrew. The John Philip Sousa Band Award to Kyle Smotledge. The National School Choral Award to Shailene White. The National School Orchestra Award to Nina Ann Rocco. The Physical Education Awards are presented to Ronan Fahey and Caitlin Skinner. In science, the Pauline Powers Academic Achievement in Physical Science Award is presented to Christina Isa. The Joan Hale Academic Achievement in Biological Science Award is presented to Jadine Lee. And the Thomas Brown Science and Service Award to Jessica Elmhurst. In Social Studies, the Robert E. Coviello Memorial Award is presented to Samuel de Arujo. In Technology, the George Conady Technology Award is presented to Morgan Navick. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is presented to Scotty Cameron. The John B. Turco Memorial Award is given to that member of the senior class who has successfully combined excellence in both athletics and academics in his or her 4 years at Walpole High School. This year's recipient is Cara King. The Outstanding Female Athlete Award is presented to Jessica Tassoni. The Outstanding Male Athlete Award is presented to Declan Hunter. Awards for excellence in academics are presented to the following students for their outstanding academic achievement. Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Rachel Burke, Carissa Della Valle, Jana DiMartino, Catherine Gillis, Liam McCarthy, Lily Nugent, Emily Saunders, Shreya Shenoy, Catherine Soule, Catherine Stanton, Megan Sullivan, and Shailene White. The following students have successfully fulfilled the Walpole High School STEM Academy requirements in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Ian Conover, Matthew Daly, Brendan Fine, Andrew Gibson, Michael Jung, Liam McCarthy, Katie Powderly, Damon Ricketts, Emily Saunders, Cameron Schmotlach, Kyle Schmotlach, Angel Shah, Shreya Shenoy, and Siddharth Vendranji. At this time, I would like to present our next two graduation speakers from the senior class, Cole Donato and Colin Wilbur.
Testing? Here we go. I want to thank Maggie and Scotty for those beautiful speeches preceding mine. This is it. About 4,650 days ago, the bliss of ignorance, devouring crayons and Play-Doh, now culminates. Even though we all know a kid who destroyed a school bathroom for TikTok, notoriously flooded the school, or knocked another kid out with a pizza. Anyways, with it all coming to a close, I want to take a look at something close to me. So let's address the obvious elephant in the room. Why do we have 5 people speaking? Did we all tie in GPA, or did they just pick the best looking people? Well, no. It all stems from one thing: identity. Look to your left. Look to your right. Tell me what you see. You may see state champions, math team members ranking top in the state, or people who work 30 hours a week at Rico's, and so on. Though our differences are visible, one would be truly blind to see that we are without similarity. For example, a so-called jock or theater kid seem like polar opposites, but they share lofty dreams of being on Broadway or making a game winner in the Garden. They both spend hours practicing lines or lifting weights, and both can find solace when hundreds of fans cheer their name. All of these labels distract us from the blatant similarities we all share. Personally, I had been in a battle with my own identity, without the ability to play baseball. But with the help of my family, Siggy's, MD, and JD, and so many others, I realized that none of us are limited to some plain denomination. But by being open to trying something new, we open ourselves to an infinitely endless amount of opportunities. So instead of looking at the face value of the person next to you, look deeper. Understand that although each and every one next to you may share qualities that differ from your own, those differences are what elevates our class from being a unidimensional, paint-drying snooze fest. Now back to the question, why have 5 speakers at graduation? My answer, to stray away from the connotation that we're all different and explore how the identity of the class of 2022 is found through each and every one of us together. Thank you, and in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Where's the teleprompter? All right, I'm winging it. Kidding. All right. When I was asked to speak at graduation, I was ecstatic. Not because I had anything particularly meaningful to say, but because being a graduation speaker provides me with my 2 favorite things: a captive audience and attention. I'm kidding, you guys aren't captive. The last 4 years have been divisive for a variety of reasons, whether it be on a national scale with presidential elections, locally with mascot name changes, or physically with COVID protocols that separated us by 6 feet. It's become easy for us, both as a grade, community, and nation, to focus on the beliefs and characteristics that make us different, whether it be our opinions, our identity, our politics, whatever. However, I believe the class of 2022 at Walpole has exemplified a specific and commendable trait in the past 4 years: the ability to come together, and to perhaps, in some ways, ignore but cherish the qualities that divide us. Be it the Special Olympics bocce tournament, where Walpole High School Students' Council members created an inclusive athletic environment for all students. The film festival, where I personally was able to witness and participate in the collaborative nature of students across grades, class levels, interests, and identities to create incredible movies. Senior Assassins, where, despite targeting each other, seniors laughed together and spoke to people they may not have usually talked to, whether it be to find out details on a target or congratulate a victory. NHS Tutoring, where students both sought out and provided help to one another. We, as a grade, have been able to unite through times that beg us to separate. I think this is an important skill going forward. In life, no one gets by picking the most fights or, as much as I wish this were true, believing their point of view is the only right one. Rather, finding unlikely allies, compromising, and working together to solve the problems of today is what's truly important. I would be remiss not to recognize the bittersweet nature of today's graduation. While we celebrate our success, let us not forget the 19 children of Uvalde, Texas, who will never be able to graduate. While we thank our faculty, let us not forget the 2 faculty members of Robb Elementary School who died protecting their students. This horrendous tragedy shows us how dark the world can be without unity and without compassion. When we remain staunch, stubborn, and create ideological dichotomies, no one benefits. The divisive nature of gun violence has sadly been a defining factor of our high school experience, both on a personal and national level. We owe it to the children of Sandy Hook, the students of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, the people of Buffalo, and all those who are victims of violence. We owe it to them to continue to live compassionately and to work together unconditionally, as I know everyone here can. If you cannot unite, compromise, and progress for yourself, unite for the children and teachers of Uvalde. I know that everyone here is capable of achieving incredible things, of fighting for what is right, and treating their fellow human beings with dignity and respect. So go forward and use those skills. Make changes and find balance in the ways that generations before us maybe have not been able to. Fight for what is right and build a coalition around yourself. The future is in your hands, and it's up to us to continue to take the lessons of the last 4 years and fix tomorrow. Thank you.
For an explanation of the following scholarships, we have provided a QR code to scan, which is located in the graduation programs. I would like to introduce Lieutenant Commander Peter Blade, who is the blue and gold officer for Walpole High School, and who will speak briefly on behalf of Michael Jung.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Commander Peter Blade, and I'm the blue and gold officer for Walpole High School. It is my distinct pleasure to have the opportunity today to recognize the significant honor Michael Jung has earned by receiving an appointment to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. This year, Michael was one of about 16,000 students from throughout the nation who applied for approximately 1,200 seats for the Naval Academy's class of 2026. The screening for admission to the Naval Academy is thorough, with a focus on well-rounded individuals who have demonstrated leadership potential and a willingness to accept responsibility, as well as outstanding academic credentials. An appointment to the United States Naval Academy is equivalent to a full 4-year scholarship, including tuition, room and board, medical and dental benefits, and a midshipman stipend. Walpole High School should be very proud of Michael's achievements, and on behalf of the Superintendent of the United States Naval Academy, it is my pleasure to offer Michael Jung an appointment to the United States Naval Academy class of 2026.
The Thomas W. Quinn Memorial Scholarships are being awarded today to Michael Cofield, Alana Connolly, Thomas Gaba, Elise Scales, Angel Shaw, and Jessica Tassoni. If Mr. and Mrs. Quinn could please come forward to present their scholarships. Those students can come up, please. The For You I Will Fight scholarships are being awarded today to James Dolan, Andrew Folks, Thomas Gaba, Declan Hunter, Angel Shaw, and Lauren Wong. If Miss Sophia Picella could please come forward to present these scholarships at this time. Those students can come up. Thank you. The Bay State Federal Savings Charitable Foundation Scholarship is presented to William Daly. The James C. Burgoyne Scholarship is presented to Liam McCarthy. The Caroline E. Sharon Scholarships are presented to Cole Donato, Cara King, Rachel Leonard, and Siddharth Vandranji. The Frederick E. Clapp Memorial Scholarship is presented to Asla Nurgulench. The Eric J. Clinton Memorial Scholarship is presented to Elizabeth Aspinwall. The Cullinane Family Scholarship is presented to Caitlin Skinner. The Dedham Savings Bank Student of the Month scholarships are presented to Jessica Elmhurst and Andrew Gibson. The Dental Associates of Walpole Health Professions Scholarship is presented to Rachel Burke. The Dental Associates of Walpole Excellence in Community Service Scholarship is presented to Sindhuja Murthy. The James Erker Cross Country Track Booster Scholarships are presented to Samuel Alosi, Scotty Cameron, Cara King, Eliza Lee, Robert Millett, and Lindsay Tajian. The Frank Famigletti Memorial Scholarship is presented to Luke Janowitz. The Walpole High School Future Filmmakers Scholarship is presented to Juliana Webster. The Friends of Music Arthur Wiley Scholarships are presented to Elizabeth Aspinwall and Shaylin White. The Joseph C. Gravina Memorial Scholarship is presented to Scotty Cameron. The Walpole Gridiron Boosters Unsung Hero Scholarship is presented to William Domino. The Thelma S. Letnick Memorial Scholarship is presented to Matthew Floria Souza. The Lyndon Paul LaRusso Scholarships are presented to Matthew Burns, Diana Husseini, and Angel Shah. The Massachusetts Elk Scholarship Incorporated are presented to James Kearns. Middlesex Savings is pleased to present Robert Sacramona with the Middlesex Savings Charitable Foundation Scholarship. The Coach Fiona Murphy Cross Country Track Scholarship is presented to Cara Morris. Project Fund 2022 Scholarship is presented to Angel Shah. Sharon Credit Union is pleased to present James Jade with the Sharon and Crescent United Credit Union Scholarship. The Alexandra Ali Smith Memorial Scholarship is presented to Maggie Mahoney. The South Walpole Community Preschool Betsy Thomas Memorial Scholarship is presented to Elizabeth Aspinwall. The South Walpole Community Preschool K. William Memorial Scholarship is presented to Maggie Mahoney. The Walpole Cooperative Bank Scholarships are presented to Alana Connolly, Morgan Navick, Damon Ricketts, Elizaveta Chineva, Juliana Webster, and Lauren Wong. The Walpole Permanent Firefighters Ryan A. Ferreira Memorial Scholarships are presented to Megan Sullivan. The Walpole High School Journalism Scholarships are presented to Catherine Gillis and Catherine Stanton. The Walpole High School Robotics Team Scholarships are presented to Emily Saunders and Kyle Schmotlich. The Walpole High School Student Council Scholarships are presented to Julie Blake, Matthew Burns, Scotty Cameron, Kerry Connolly, Cole Donato, Matthew McLaughlin, Katie Powderly, and Sophie St. George. The Walpole Teachers Association awards scholarships to high school seniors who wish to pursue a career in education. The WTA asked that applicants write a one-page letter explaining why they wish to be a teacher and to list one educator that most inspired them. This year we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient is Jessica Welsh. Jessica listed Heather McMillan, her first grade teacher, as her inspiration. Our second recipient is Shaylin White. Shaylin listed Ashley Prickle Kane, her former choral director, as her inspiration. The Walpole Youth Football and Cheerleading Scholarships are presented to Will Domino, Brianna Faulkner, Alexis Gay, Savannah Hollander, Adam McKenzie, and Bryn Norton. The Walpole Youth Soccer Association Robert and Irene Ellis Memorial Scholarships are presented to Colin McAndrew and Catherine McLean. The Walpole Youth Soccer Association Caroline Medura Rosen Memorial Scholarship is presented to Jessica Welsh. The Walpole Police Union Local 115 Scholarship is presented to Matthew Floria Souza. The Lieutenant Fitzgibbon Memorial Scholarship is presented to Alyssa Petit-Maitri. The Chief John F. Carmichael Jr. Scholarship is presented to Andrew Folks. The Wildest Dreams Art Scholarship is presented to Elise D'Amato, Jacob Grisalfi, Maya Shelton, and Juliana Webster. The following students have already been notified by the Walpole Scholarship Foundation of their awards. We would like to recognize them at this time. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names have been read, at which time I would ask the audience to applaud. Elizabeth Aspinwall, Ajay Bhagavatula, Timothy Brady, Rachel Burke, Ethan Bushway, Scotty Cameron, Michael Caulfield, John Salardo, John Michael Colleran, Alison Connolly, Kerry Connolly, Carissa Della Valle, Megan Doucette, Matthew Fahey, Ronan Fahey, Daniel Falvey, Alexis Gay, Hayley Gilbert, Catherine Gillis, Asla Gulench, Trevor Jasmini, Jessica Jackman, James Jade, Cara King, Michaela Kirby, Cody Knight, Casey LaLiberty, Jadine Lee, Catherine McLean, Chloe Maycumber, Margaret Mahoney, Molly Malone, Samira Mandrakar, Liam McCarthy, Sindhuja Murthy, Cara Morris, Andrea Musa, James Narag, Lily Nujen, Robert Sacramona, Trinity Santos, Kyle Smotlich, Shreya Shenoy, Caitlin Skinner, Nathan Smith, Catherine Soul, Catherine Stanton, Brody Sullivan, Megan Sullivan, Lindsay Chajian, Sydney Taylor, Elizaveta Chinyava, Siddharth Vandranji, Juliana Webster, Jessica Welsh, Caroline Whelan, Shaylin White, Colin Wilbur, and Lauren Wong. At this time, I would like to present our final graduation speaker from the senior class, Erin Ledwith.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm the last speaker. Then we can get on to the fun stuff. Before I begin, there are many people to thank for us being here today. To the staff and administrators, thank you for educating us over these past 4 years and leading us here today. To our parents, guardians, and family, thank you for all your care and sacrifice and love throughout our lives. And finally, thank you to all the students graduating here today. Our perseverance through extraordinary challenges have gathered us here together. In total, we have spent approximately 720 days, or 103 weeks, or 1,028,160 minutes in Walpole High School. I am no mathematician, and I am certainly not one to give a math lesson, but this figure shows the amount of dedication and commitment during these past 4 years. But, of course, numbers don't define a high school. The people do. It has been a very long time since we first entered WHS, and it has been a privilege to see my classmates grow so much. Well, not necessarily in terms of height in my case, but that is neither here nor there. Starting at freshman orientation, we saw some faces we knew and some we did not. Some were smart, some were sporty, some were artsy, some were tech savvy, some were funny, and some were quiet. But slowly and surely, we got to know the people behind those faces, more than just one defining characteristic, and truly getting to know the essence of each person. As we wandered through the cream-colored walls and walked across the blue and orange carpets, we slowly adjusted to our new environment and the new people in it. Even though all of our individual experiences may have been vastly different, we have shared small collective memories, such as rushing to get a snack before third period, figuring out who you have lunch with, and being stuck in the hallway between a whirlwind of kids. And we can't forget that we have spent a large amount of time in high school in our classrooms, learning all sorts of things, not all of them necessarily being within the curriculum. Yes, we learned about essay structure, the Pythagorean theorem, the mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, and the French Revolution, just to name a few. But we also learned how to maintain friendships, how to talk to people, how to ask for help, and how to create things that we are proud of. That last point reminds me of when I started to write this speech. As we have heard this afternoon, individually we are different, but we are so much stronger being together. Racking my brain on how to create one possibly convoluted metaphor to encapsulate an entire class's experience, I took a break from typing and looked up to find myself looking at a tapestry. And when I looked at it more closely and examined and studied the intricacies of the artwork, the strands were tight-knit and colorful, with no piece being exactly the same. I concluded that each fiber of each strand of wool was vital to making the tapestry look complete, becoming a beauty to the eye. And that's why I imagine our class is like. One big tapestry being unveiled for the world to see. Each of us has contributed something wonderful to the tapestry, and even if you do not think your contribution matters, it does. Because along the way, we needed everyone's strand to make the tapestry so full of life. And in recognizing that the tapestry is so lively, we need to remember that our tapestry will never be fully finished. Whether we're going off to college, the military, a job, or something entirely different, we will continue to weave the threads of this tapestry long after we have walked outside these doors which welcomed us with open arms so many years ago. Our shared experiences, memories, and friendships will continue to weave us into the people who we will become. And as you go out into the world, the Walpole High School class of 2022, I want each of us to take that thread you have made here and continue to use it to make something you will be proud of for the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one member of the class of 2022 is no longer with us today. Hannah McClark was a member of this class who passed away in her sophomore year. Hannah is remembered fondly by her classmates here today. At this time, I would ask Hannah's cousins, Emily, Will, Olivia, and Hannah's brother Nate to come forward to receive an honorary diploma in Hannah's name. Ladies and gentlemen, as principal of Walpole High School, I am very proud and pleased to certify that the young men and women seated before us today have successfully completed all of the academic requirements of Walpole High School, as well as those of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and therefore deserve to be awarded their diplomas on this occasion. Mr. William Buckley and Dr. William Hahn, Assistant Superintendent of Schools, will now join me in the conferring of diplomas.
Edward Duggan Donato.
Louis Paul Jennings.
Matthew James Burns.
Olivia Josephine Jimenez.
Lane Marie DeMartinez.
Rowan McLaughlin Kane.
Michael Jung.
James Joseph Kearns.
Alexander Scott Cameron.
Kara Elizabeth King.
Erin Catherine Ledwith.
Ryan Michael King.
Margaret Elizabeth Mahoney.
Marilyn Ann Kippenberger.
Colin Kelly Wilbur.
Michaela Louise Kirby.
Fareed Chad Naif Abdul Samad.
Cody Michael Knight.
Michael Edward Abley.
Yona Gentian Kertiki.
Timothy George Aplanap.
Brandon Chen La.
Isabella Antoinette Agahigian.
Alicia Laguerre.
Tony Garabet Aharonian.
Casey Joseph La Liberty.
Samuel Robert Simmons Alosi.
Nina Faye LaRusso.
Elizabeth Francis Aspinwall.
Jadine Lee.
Alexandra Azar.
Alexander Ryan Lee.
Jessica Francis Barletta.
Eliza Rebecca Lee.
Drew Stephen Baudet.
Quentin Terrence LeMay.
Nolan Robert Beauregard.
Nicholas David Leo.
Jack Damian Beliveau.
Rachel Patrice Leonard.
Ajay Bhagavatula.
Albert Bernard Lassard.
Colin Michael Birch.
Emma Catherine Lonergan.
Julie Wells Blake.
Bridget Catherine Lochran.
William Robert Blakely.
Jake Devin Lowenstein.
Veronica Eve Bach.
Adam Sullivan McKenzie.
Mackenzie Dana Bork.
Catherine Alice McLean.
Timothy Riley Brady.
Chloe Ann Maycomber.
Kevin Ray Breedy.
Alexander Brian Marr.
Angel Lejay Brooks.
Victoria Madeira Maya.
Kyle Henry Brooks.
Teju McKenna.
Christian Andrew Muccini Brownsword.
Surya Gopal Malik.
Derek Michael Buchanan.
Molly Patricia Malone.
Thomas James Buckley.
Samira Rajesh Mandraker.
Connell James Burgess.
Daniela Nueme Marcano Menendez.
Rachel Elizabeth Burke.
Samantha Lynn Marshalsea.
Faith Elizabeth Burns.
Colin Finn McAndrew.
Daniel Xavier Bush.
Patrick Martin McCabe.
Ethan Elias Bushway.
Liam Donovan McCarthy.
Isla Bridget Butler.
Jamarian Jermaine McKenzie.
Allison Lacey Canavan.
Matthew Shane McLaughlin.
Samantha Paige Cappuccino.
Michael Robert Megan.
Michael John Caulfield.
Lauren Nicole American.
John George Salardo.
Robert Fraser Millette.
Thaisa Emmanuel Santos Cesario.
Sinduja Morthy.
Brianna Lee Clemens.
Liam Richard Moriarty.
Alexia Evelyn Clinton.
Kara Ann Morris.
John Thomas Colleran.
Kelly Margaret Morris.
John Michael Colleran.
Mark Anthony Meridian.
Allison Paige Conley.
Andrea Claudia Musa.
Alana Rose Connolly.
Kaylin Nicole Murphy.
Carrie Elise Connolly.
Christopher John Murphy.
Ian U. Conover.
James Christian Narag.
Skylar Marie Conrad.
Morgan Rose Navik.
Blake Thomas Conroy.
Lily P. Nguyen.
Alexander Conti.
Jacob Olson Niles.
Olivia Joyce Cook.
Bryn Louise Norton.
Duncan John Crowley.
Paige Elizabeth Norwell.
Katie Ann Cummings.
Edward Joseph Norse.
Aiden Matthew D'Alessandro.
Patrick J. O'Connor.
Matthew Mark Daly.
Zachary Joseph Oles.
Elise Nicole D'Amato.
Anna Caroline Oliveira.
Rachel Ann Dana.
David Pacella.
Emily Ann Da Silva.
Gabriella Francesca Pacella.
Colleen Deasy.
Abudaya Panta.
Mylin Giovanna Delapa.
Nora Camille Patel.
Carissa Emily Della Valle.
Matthew Joseph Pellick.
Yana Devin DiMartino.
Alyssa Petit Maitre.
John Kenneth Demuth.
Luke Francis Phillips.
Catherine Eileen Devlin.
Lena Lei Fung.
Christopher Pedro Del Carmo.
Antonia Bella Pignoni.
James Edward Dolan.
Thomas Kenneth Pittman.
William Jonathan Domino.
Catherine Mary Poirier.
Morgan J. Doherty.
Christopher James Palmer.
Megan Elizabeth Doucette.
Jake Patrick Potter.
Angelina Dubovenko.
Catherine Jane Powderly.
Jessica Elizabeth Elmhurst.
Garrett Joseph Rodriguez Qualter.
Shannon Marie English.
Farrell May Rake.
Matthew Francis Fahey.
Brooke Carol Rameka.
Ronan Patrick Fahey.
Donovan James Riley.
Daniel Edward Falvey.
John Alexander Reynard.
Thomas James Farrell.
Damon Keith Ricketts.
Brianna Marie Faulkner.
Megan Elizabeth Riley.
Juliana Ferrulo.
Nina Ann Magpantai Rocco.
Brianna Alexa Fields-Amay.
Jacob David Rodriguez.
Brendan Gabriel Fine.
Jack Albert Ruhana.
Camden Keen Fleming.
Robert Nicholas Sacramona.
Matthew Joseph Florio Sousa.
Samantha Georgian Samarjadelis.
Madeline Grace Folan.
Sophia Jalen Santiago.
Andrew Martin Folks.
Trinity Anne Marie Santos.
Daniel Jacob Fredette.
Emily Angel Mechi Saunders.
Brianna Victoria Frucci.
Riley Nicole Savory.
Thomas Christopher Gaba.
Elise Marie Scales.
Michael James Gage.
Coleman James Scannell.
Angel Miguel Garcia.
Cameron Douglas Schmotlak.
Jessica Ann Gavel.
Kyle James Schmotlak.
Alexis Hannah Gay.
Joseph Timothy Seastrand.
Thomas Anthony Giannotis.
Joseph Michael Cervello.
Andrew Dunnett Gibson.
Angel Bhavin Shah.
Haley Carter Gilbert.
Julia Grace Shea.
Catherine Grace Gillis.
Maya Helena Elise Evora Shelton.
Joseph Anthony Glynn.
Sharia Shanoy.
Samantha Pearl Goldman.
Margaret Ann Singer.
Joshua Aaron Gondelman.
Olivia Joan Serrard.
Sophia Anna Goodsell.
Anthony James Seitman.
Andrew Gorski.
Caitlin Emily Skinner.
Francis Stephen Gavoni.
Nathan Roy Smith.
Isabel Evelyn Graham.
Catherine Grace Soul.
Reagan Thomas Grisalfi.
Connor John Spillane.
John Patrick Grulich.
Sophie Celia St. George.
Ashley Nicole Griffin.
Catherine Mary Stanton.
Natalie Deshay Griffin.
Brody Thomas Sullivan.
Valeria Alexa Gembes.
Megan Rachel Sullivan.
Asla Noor Gulench.
Lindsay Yvonne Tajan.
Benjamin Richard Gulazian.
Sydney Elizabeth Taylor.
Trevor Stephen Gusmini.
Elizaveta Cherneva.
Cameron Jeffrey Handwork.
Ella Riley Thompson.
Tyler Brandon Harper.
Mary Jane Collison Timilty.
Cameron Christopher Hazel.
Rafe James Tomasetti.
Tucker Jude Hazel.
Jessica Rose Tassoni.
Savannah Marie Hollander.
Brittany Marie Sugas.
Kara Nicole Horn.
Ria Nayan Vadir.
Declan Robert Hunter.
Siddharth Sai Venkata Vandranji.
Alex Huntoon.
Jack Joseph Walsh.
Shane Patrick Hurley.
Grace Morgan Ward.
Diana Husseini.
Alexander Jerome Watson.
Alan Michael Isa.
Faith Watson.
Christina Fuad Isa.
Aiden James Webb.
Jessica Claire Jackman.
Juliana Marie Webster.
Luke Patrick Janowitz.
Jessica Lynn Welch.
Berlingenia Janvier.
Caroline Grace Whalen.
James Jack Jade.
Shaylin Nicole White.
William Albert Daly.
Kelsey Wilson.
Samuel Lema de Arujo.
Lauren Andrea Wong. Lindsay Kate Zatoli. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the greatest pleasure and pride that I present to you the 148th senior class of graduates from Walpole High School, the class of 22.